Welcome to the Lynn Miller Room. In this edition of the Eagle Sports Coaches Show, we're going to start off a little bit talking volleyball with Jaime Gordon, the head coach of Morehead State University. A very successful program here at Morehead State. Sometimes after the fall, we kind of forget about volleyball some, but you're right back at it when the spring semester started. How's things been going?
Good. Our team has been working really hard. We finished the season, a great season, rough last match. And it's kind of added a little fuel for our team. They've been hitting the weights real hard with Coach Williamson, and we're starting to really see some great gains in the gym. We've spent the latter part of January, all of February, doing a lot of individual training. It's an opportunity for us to really play some technical work and make some good strides on some areas that we needed to work on. And now we just are back into our 20-hour weeks, and the team's really competing hard. It's really good.
Over the last few years, Morehead State has dominated the OVC in volleyball. I know you mentioned that the last match kind of a downer in the OVC championship game this year, but I think a lot of teams in the league would trade places with you in a heartbeat.
Oh, I wouldn't trade the season that we had for anything. Some of the things that we were able to accomplish and just the way that we were able to do it, and the adversity that we faced throughout the season and even before the season started, it really showed the character of this team and how close they are just as a unit. And so it was again, while it was a little bitter way to end it, overall it was just a phenomenal season for our program.
It's one of those things that when you have success, then you bring out the best in every match. And when you go on the road, I know that around the OVC, it's probably not brutal, but the fans, they get into this, and it probably concentration level has to be good on your team to just get by with that.
Yeah, it's the OVC is tremendously competitive in the sport of volleyball, and there's great atmospheres and environments when we hit the road, and we've been able to enjoy quite a bit of success recently, and we haven't lost a road match in the last 2 years, and but that doesn't come by accident. Our players prepare very hard going into each road trip, making sure that the scouting report is in there and that they know how they're going to attack the opponent, but also that they have confidence in their physical and game preparation.
Now, 52 wins in the OVC in the last 3 years, 52-2. Mm-hmm. Does that add to the pressure because you get one senior class out of here, and you've had some great players that walk through the doors there at Weatherby, but then the new bunch don't want the old bunch to get on them for not extending that streak.
Right. It's kind of a culture that sort of feeds itself, and there is an expectation for our new players, and we'll have 4 freshmen that will be joining our roster next year, and there is definitely that that tradition that they want to continue, but at the same time we don't necessarily look at those things. It's all a process, and our goals are not based on championships or based on us getting better every day. They're based on our preparation and the type of product that we want to put out on the court. And I think when you have that focus and you keep it at a smaller scale, those other things kind of have a tendency to work themselves out.
Schedule for 2013 is as difficult as all the years in the past?
Yeah, we opened up with the University of Cincinnati. We have Cincinnati, Tennessee, Pittsburgh, University of Kentucky, Rutgers, Marshall, Xavier. So we've got quite a good. We've got West Virginia at home, St. Louis at home. So it's a nice nice competitive out of conference schedule for us, and then we'll jump into another very competitive OVC schedule as well.
Is it a double-edged sword in a way, the fact that when you have success, you want to play better teams, you want to play these clubs, and you want to get some teams into Weatherby because we have some great fans at Morehead State, but scheduling has to be hard in a way because teams don't want to come on the road.
There are those challenges to bring some good opponents to say, hey, what are we going to walk ourselves into? I think Missouri was an example of that last year, and but at the same time, I think we've provided or kind of created a reputation of being our players are a first-class group, and so I think the right programs want to compete against that, and they're okay with that. And again, wins and losses are, I think sometimes we put too much weight into that, and it's more about that competition and getting your team better.
Not a lot of universities on our level or any level that you can see the president at your matches cheering and yelling. Your dean of students, splits his pants this past year, and you have the other athletic teams that come and show support. So, I mean, volleyball's followed big time here at Morehead State.
It really has, but that's just, I think, the environment here at Morehead State. And it doesn't matter whether it's volleyball or baseball or softball or soccer. It's a family atmosphere, and everybody's very supportive of each other. And the same thing whether it's an academic program or something that's going on real special at the Space Sciences Center. Everybody gets excited for all the successes that occur throughout the university.
Jaime Gordon is our guest, talking volleyball here on the Eagles Sports Coaches Show. You added a new assistant. Tell us a little bit about him.
Greg Gorel had an opportunity he took the head coaching job at Campbell University down in North Carolina, and we were happy for him, sad for us. He'd been a big part of our success over the last 5 seasons, and I couldn't be more happy about bringing in Ed Tolentino. He spent the last 4 seasons at Georgia Tech. He has head coaching experience at the Division I level at Oakland. He's been in the Big Ten at Michigan and Michigan State, and also in the MAC at Eastern Michigan. So the level of experience that he has is just fantastic. It was to be honest, it was like a birthday gift, and he's just hit the ground running, has done a great job. And the other part that's been kind of neat is just him becoming more comfortable and just relating to our team. I remember, talking to him during the interview process and say, hey, watch, man, the type of things that you're going to see out of these players. They're great people. Are going to be the type of girls that you want to spend time in the gym training. And when he sat down with our team during the interview process, we only had a half-hour blocked for him, and I went in to kind of end things, and they were like, no, we want more time, we want more time. And it's just been a real seamless transition for us.
Is it sometimes, I know, Greg was a big part, but somebody, as a head coach, you want your assistants to strive to be a head coach, but also sometimes getting someone new on the staff gives you a different perspective.
Mm-hmm. And Ed brings, again, a whole different skill set, and we've already been able to make some great strides in our recruiting and to do some nice things there. And it's been a shot of new energy. But with Greg, what I shared with him right from the first day, and I shared the same thing with Ed, whatever that next job may be, I will do everything I possibly can to help you attain that. But at the same time, I want to make this the hardest job that you've ever had to leave. And I think it was a difficult time for Greg to leave, and he was leaving a lot of things that he really cared about, but at the same time that's a good step for him, and Ed has really picked up where Greg left off and helped us out a lot.
You mentioned the girls working very hard, spring schedule coming up. Tell us a little bit about how the spring is going to go.
Well, it's nice. We're allowed 4 days of competition for the spring. It really doesn't count towards anything. It's just an opportunity to get out and compete so that you're not just practicing all semester long. And we're fortunate enough to have 2 of those dates at home. April 2nd, which is a Tuesday, we're going to be hosting Georgetown College, which will be fun because our libero, Leslie Shellhaus, her sister, plays at Georgetown College. So this is our one opportunity to kind of get those 2 on opposite sides of the net. And then the following week on the 9th, we host Dayton, which is great. They've been a really solid team, have won the A-10 the last couple years, so that'll be a nice opportunity. And then we spend 2 days doing tournaments, one on April 6th in Louisville. It's a real large tournament with the University of Kentucky, Louisville, Ole Miss, Illinois, Purdue, Cincinnati, Western Kentucky. So it's a really good opportunity there. And then we'll finish on April 20th down at Western Kentucky and actually get an opportunity to see some OVC schools down there.
anytime you can, I guess, get out and break not the monotony, but the way you practice and get some games and see how the players develop, is very good, especially in the spring.
Yeah, it is, and that's what that's the whole reason for practicing is to get out there and play the game. So I think it's something that our players really look forward to, and just to get out there and compete and have some fun.
I want to remind the fans, if they want to come to the Georgetown match on Tuesday, April 2nd, it'll start at 6 o'clock. And also the other home match that you mentioned, and I can't find here on my paper.
Dayton will be 9th, and that will actually be at 7 o'clock, the one again on Dayton on April 9th.
And that'll be, both matches are free.
Yes.
And they can come out and kind of get a preview of the 2013 Eagles without the freshmen.
Absolutely.
And, of course, when the freshmen hit the campus in August, then you'll have your whole team together. And, looking forward to a great year. Tell us a little bit about your leadership right now. Who's gonna be the ones to watch?
I think we've got a great core returning, and I think one of the things that's been very, I think, unique, but it's also kind of defined our team when it comes to things like leadership, is that we expect everybody to find a way to lead, including our freshmen. And sometimes it may be in the weight room, and they're going to be the loud one in the weight room, or sometimes it's the person in the locker room. Sometimes it's that person in the hotel that's going to say, hey guys, let's do something fun, or let's, so everybody has an opportunity to lead. So we actually kind of pull away from that traditional concept of captains, and these are our two people that are going to lead our team. We do it more through through committee to
group process.
Yeah, absolutely, and then that also breaks down those classes to where our freshmen don't feel like they're freshmen.
Yeah.
They're not treated that way by the coaches. They're not treated that way by their teammates. And then the other part to that is that, well, they can't act like freshmen. You can't take those opportunities for granted.
Well, I think the big part, if you talk to any of your volleyball players now or past, is the fact that it's a family atmosphere, and I think that's important to you.
Yeah, it is. And anytime we actually bring a recruit in or offer them a scholarship, it's specifically an invitation to be a part of our family, and that's something that we hold. I take a lot of ownership with that, and a lot of responsibility, and there's a lot of pressure put on us by our team to bring in the right type of people, and that's a big part of what we do.
Well, you brought in a great amount of good people and great people. And Jamie, we appreciate your time in the spring. Good luck with the home matches and the away matches, and we're looking forward to the fall.
All right. Thanks a lot, Jason.
Jamie Gordon, head coach of volleyball here at Morehead State University. Back with more after this break. This is the Eagle Sports Coaches Show.